It's time to head west for the United Rally. So this trip is going to look a little bit different because, as you know now, we don't have an RV anymore. Also, Lauren's driving and I'm not, which feels really weird, but it's great because I can film. So we are actually going to be renting an RV once we get to Tucson, and we're going to go through all of that when we get there. But the game plan for now is drive from the Dallas-Fort Worth area as far as we can west, which might be Las Cruces. We might make it all the way to Tucson. I've had a lot of coffee. Who knows?
He's not responsible for the driving. So I think it depends on how much coffee I've had.
Yet. I'm not responsible for the driving yet. I'm sure I will take over at some point, preferably not during the Packer game. So we're going to head west, and then we're just going to get a hotel overnight and finish it off in the morning, or at least be in Tucson and be ready to pick up the RV that we're renting. That's right, we're renting an RV, and I'm excited to show you which one it is. So, we're coming up on our first fuel Ryan food stop.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Imagine, if you may, a very picturesque sign that says, "Welcome to Arizona." We missed it.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair.
We have made it. We actually made it all the way into Tucson. Go figure, it's us. Ended up being about a 13-hour drive. So we're pooped. I'm tired, and we have excitement for tomorrow because we are picking up an RV. I'm going to leave it at that. But you've seen the title of the video, so you probably know by now. But anyway, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. We got some rest after our long driveway. We are all the way in Tucson, and we're only about 30-ish minutes away from where we are picking up the RV we're going to stay in. So, yes, we came to the United Rally. As you know now, we do not have an RV actively. We sold our Valor. We don't have our new one yet, but we still wanted to stay on the fairgrounds for the United Rally because we're camping next to friends that you'll see in maybe the very end of this video, maybe the next video. I don't know, some version of that. But we knew we not having an RV and there were no cabins, we kind of were limited in our options. So we had talked previously to a company called Outdoorsy. Outdoorsy is like Airbnb for RV rentals. So you can rent RVs through Outdoorsy, and they can be delivered, set up, just delivered. You can pick them up as long as you're qualified to drive them or tow them, and you have the appropriate equipment. And from there, you can kind of go and do, depending on the stipulations from the RV owner. So when we reached out to Outdoorsy and we had a little bit of a conversation, we told them what was going on and that we were RV-less at the moment. So they kind of they set us up with a renter here in Tucson that we are about to go meet, and we're going to borrow their RV for the week, essentially. We're going to take it to the fairgrounds. We're going to camp there in their RV, and then we're going to head back. And I'm going to wait to tell you what it is till we get there, but let's just say it's way outside our box. We've had 2 fifth wheels, one a traditional fiver, and then a toy hauler version. That was our Valor. And this is nowhere near any of them. And I'm excited to try something a little bit, especially as we wait for our new Alliance to be built. So we have to head that way and get that RV picked up and then figure out how to get it from point A to point B. I'm not even going to tell you how we're getting it. And yeah, get on the road to the fairgrounds.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but
All right. Are you ready to see our new camper?
I am, actually. This is something you've been looking forward to for a very long time, I think.
It really has, and we haven't disclosed what it is yet, but just know that I'm super excited. I think you're reasonably excited.
I'm excited because it's kind of new and different. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Coming soon. So instead of our traditional toy hauler, we decided to rent a Super C.
work it out with my charm, having a good time and doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm, having a good time and doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
So it took us a minute, but we are now on the road. And yes, just so you know, the camera is mounted over there. Not doing that. Lauren is not with me. She's still in her truck and she is out in front of me. This thing drives awesome. And yes, I know I'll show you a little bit more about it once we get to the fairgrounds. But this is a Renegade Verona Super C. It's huge and I love it. And America, this is awesome. Lauren's in trouble because now I want a $750,000 RV. It surprisingly handles great, but like I said, we're on the way to the fairgrounds, so we're going to get there and we'll talk a little bit more about Outdoorsy when we get there as far as the pickup process, which was super smooth, by the way, and go over a few more things. I also have to figure out how to back this thing in. And we are here, the Pima County Fairgrounds. You're going to see a lot more about what's going on here in next week's video.
Looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm.
So let me just say, that was way too easy to park. Lauren's in trouble. Alliance, I love y'all, but damn. Well, and at the end of the day, here's the other thing. We're literally already leveling. Like, I can stay in here and do it. This is awesome. Here's a little glimpse of what it looks like with the slides in, by the way. Okay, so let's talk just a little bit quickly about the pickup process. So when you pick up the RV, you're going to go through some checklists, you're going to sign a few things, and this is going to vary between host to host. This is, again, very much so like Airbnb in the sense that you're renting from an individual. Now, Outdoorsy has a lot of kind of standardized things, but the cool thing about it is you can pick all kinds of rigs, all different areas, delivery, non-delivery, all the stuff we talked about when you go through the booking process on the website. Now, with that, why did we pick a big Class C? So because we've always lived in kind of fifth wheel towable land, we really wanted to just see what drivable was about. And this is a really good opportunity. And I think that's something really cool about using something like Outdoorsy is that if you're in the market, and this is where people don't maybe do it as much, if you're in the market to buy an RV, rent one, try it, have it delivered, drive it a little bit. It's an opportunity for you to really kind of dab your toe in the water, if you may, and see if you even like it first before you go and invest, especially in the drivable side, quite a bit of money. Why did we pick a big Class C? Well, quite frankly, for us, I wanted to drive one. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really all I actually cared about. So that's kind of the interesting thing, though, is I wanted to see how this drove, because down the road, if I wanted to get an RV, that is drivable, which is always a potential thing. There's always a chance that I can look back and go, oh, I know how this drives and I like it. So I'm kind of formulating my own opinion, if you may, by using Outdoorsy. So now with that being said, I promised we'd look around the rig a little bit, and that's what we're going to do now. By the way, full disclosure in the fact that where we are, this is the United Rally, and I've said that a couple times. Yes, we had to borrow blocks because of how we leveled. Renegade Verona, and I don't know the floor plan, but it is a Super C, so it's on a Freightliner chassis, which essentially means you got a really, really big engine up front. Tires are a little more forward than, say, like on a Class A, like Chris and Katrina's over there. You can see how their tires are a little further back. And you do have a little bit of cab over the bunk. One of the cool things about Renegade is you can opt for one of their they're all full body paint, but you can opt for one of their design decals, or you can do exactly what this person did and just get a plain white one. So I'm not going to go over the outside a whole lot because mainly I don't know about it, but it does have an outdoor TV. This unit itself only has 2 slides. So there is that. I actually personally really like the all white with the full blackout rims. To me, that's really, really cool. And again, it's just full white all the way around. And then you have a rack and pinion slide on that side. Now you're going to have water bays up there. There is an 8,000 watt diesel generator on board, as well as electrical bay. Again, not going to go into too much detail on that. Let's head inside and take a look. I know Lauren's in there somewhere. Okay, when you first come in, there's some switches down there. That's going to be like your battery disconnects, your stairs stuff that allows your stairs to stay out. Does have a hydraulic leveling system on board, which works differently than trailers. Little dinette, little couch up front. I have it kind of sealed up, so maybe once we get going again, I'll show a little bit more about the front cab, but 2 captain chairs up front. It actually was a lot easier than I thought to move from up there to back here. Now, I will say, like, this bunk over the cab does have a TV up there, too. This can actually move out of the way. You can kind of see the framing here. And it'll actually let you get up and down even easier. So that's kind of cool. Like, if this was Lauren and I's rig, we would probably just get rid of that section because we're probably not going to put anybody up there, and that would allow us to get in and out of that front cab a little easier. So before we move all the way back, do have a little bit of a kitchenette situation. I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming toaster oven, maybe air fryer. Sure, why not? Cabinetry. Again, this is a really brief walkthrough. So this is a pretty popular floor plan where you have the couch one back from the dinette and straight across from like where the TV is. Does have a little fireplace, full residential fridge. This model happens to be a bath and a half. So it does have a half bath right here. Ta-da. Another cool thing about this one is, I'm going to say pantry. I don't know about decent sized pantry, but pantry. And this one has a washer and dryer, and there's a dryer down below. And then in the bedroom, you have Lauren.
This one does not come with me. This is not standard equipment.
Okay. How is the bed comfy wise?
It's actually very comfy. It's like, maybe it's upgraded, I don't know, but it's like memory foam
Yeah.
squishy. So yeah, very nice.
So I will say most RV bedrooms are tight. This one is, I would say it's slightly more roomy than our, tripping on your shoes, slightly more roomier than our Valor was, but not by much.
No, pretty comparable, yeah.
Yeah. So again, there's not anything fancy. You've got some lights and switches and things up there.
Caveat, the closet significantly smaller in my opinion.
Yeah, I think on diesel motorhomes, you're going to have a lot less stuff. Well, that's the empty one, so I know which one's mine now. But you do have a lot of drawers. And there you have some potential. And then this one's only 40 feet, so you do have a radial shower. We'll see how that works out for Ryan. Yeah. I don't fit in a lot of stuff. And then you also have a full bath in the back. It is a little tighter.
For sure.
So with that being said, though, it's not undoable.
No.
I think full-time might be a touch.
Yeah.
I think it's very doable. Mm-hmm. I just don't know, like with dogs running around, this might be just a hair too small.
I agree.
So I say that, and we've looked at small little Class B plus thingies and gone like, this is cool. Like, oh, nope, that would, if this is at the 40 foot's too small, the 24 foot's probably way too small.
But I do like it a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have one quick question while you're in your lounge position. Because I did the bulk of the talking and learning because I was the one driving it, and you drove your truck here.
Okay.
What was your opinion on how the pickup process went?
I thought it was very smooth. I think it kind of varies depending on who the owner is and who's
Right.
lending it and whatnot. But this was extremely smooth. This guy is seasoned, so he had the process down. And we, being RVers, had some background knowledge, so I think that expedited things. But yeah, I thought it was really smooth. And we've done this before in other circumstances. And I would say that it's usually been pretty smooth.
If you know us, you know by now, this isn't going to be shocking. I got distracted by the rally. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the Super C and the pickup process and all the things. If you are interested in checking out a RV rental, whether you're buying an RV and you just want to test some stuff, or maybe you want to try out a different RV, or you just need one for some reason, check out Outdoorsy. You can scan the QR code right here. Or you can visit the link down below. Also, before you go, you can also look on our website for that, plus discounts from a lot of our other partners. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye, Mom.